What's up, everybody? This is Legacy K. I took an extended break. We had the holidays going on. This is a old-ass game, and so I apologize to Mystery Man on the right, who is piloting Burn. I also apologize to the viewers for... there's going to be some glare on the right side of the screen here, but full spoilers here. Every single piece of glaring thing you're going to see on permanence over there is just going to be mountains, okay? So, Inhyeok is piloting Czech Pile. He's not been playing it for very long at this point. This might be his one of his very first nights after he acquired some volcanics and trops and stuff. This is a really hard matchup, okay? First off, every single spell in Burn just does one thing, and Czech Pile takes too long usually to get off the ground to kill somebody before Burn is just going to burn them out. You really need the Burn player to stumble here if you're on the left side of the screen. You might have noticed though our Burn player, I believe he scried to 6. Yeah, I think he mulled to 6 here on this game. And his start is not that explosive because he doesn't have a Goblin Guide or a Swift Spear. He also apparently did not have a turn 2 Eidolon, which is really what you want to put the nail in the coffin of some fair blue decks that are trying to cantrip and slowly sculpt a good hand. I think being able to lead on 2 basics like this is quite good for Inhyeok here. And we got a bit of a read on Deathrite Shaman. I have to assume that this is the Burn player. Just double checking, is there any way that he can gain life without green mana? Just making sure I know all the abilities here. With no Goblin Guide and no Swift Spear, though, there's not going to be a creature for Deathrite to eat for possibly this entire game. Like, the way it's shaped up, usually Deathrite is eating stuff that appeared over the first couple of turns. And Inhyeok is not being shy with his brainstorms here because he knows he really needs action and he needs it fast. You're going to want to hold Force of Will for Price of Progress at the end of the game, along with Fire Blast or whatever. All the other little burn spells, I mean, they're going to get you to 9 or so real fast. So he decides to go ahead and start putting out duels. I mean, you have to, but you kind of have to keep them under control. I would advise most of the time being able to operate on 2 basics and 2 duels. He's also probably playing no wastes in this version. What is going on? Okay, you know what? So either this means that he's holding entirely mountains, or you're just flipping dead. Like, when Burn starts to do this, if they're holding like bolt, fire blast or something, like, you are dead. You're dead, man. And from the player on the right standpoint here, he can just be pretty confident and know that he's not going to lose a race, so he can take this damage from the Deathrite and just, you know, hang out. If he's accumulating a completely overpowering, like, lethal amount of burn in his hand right now, then he's just basically going to try to overstep Inhyeok's bounds, kind of, just on one really big turn, do this last 13 damage, possibly just spread over 2 turns. And the Deathrite won't have made a difference because it never gained any life. Inhyeok is tanking really hard about whether to cast a Baleful Strix or not. Sheesh. Sorry, boys. Is he thinking about just leaving up K command forever? Okay, he's decided to play his 4th land, and I assume that means that he is going to deploy a Baleful Strix. And it rips a Ponder, and I would cast that immediately. but he decides not to. And the Lightning Bolt, apparently, it's going after Inhyeok and not the Deathrite Shaman. Our burn player has correctly identified that no creatures are going to die this game, and that Deathrite does not mean anything. So he's going to very slowly start using instants in his hand, possibly leaving up all of the sorceries and or fire blasts. But Inhyeok has a stocked up hand. He will very soon be able to start deploying Snapcaster beats and trying to race to the end here. But if your opponent is holding 4 or 5 cards, I'm finding it really hard to believe that I'm not dead. So the 4th mountain rolls off the top. He immediately puts it into play. This makes me think he's not holding a bunch of mountains. Deathrite continues to do work here. We're going to have to take action against the Czech pile player soon. And this is a dead giveaway that he was thinking about casting a Snapcaster with no target just to race. The burn player can 100% identify that there is a Snapcaster in hand, and now it's 2. With 2 forces, he's pretty well insulated against Price of Progress and Fire Blast here. But I mean, the raw amount of cards, it's hard to beat. And what is happening here? Looks like a Snap Brainstorm, and he's still going to be able to do 2 damage this turn. So Deathrite is going to put the burn player to 10. The Brainstorm draws absolute garbage. None of it's necessary. Put 2 lands back, probably ponder them away. But now he's putting the burn player to 10, and he can attack for probably... We should attack for 4. And I think he's holding, what, Colligan's Command... So go ahead. I mean, let's ponder for Bolt here. Definitely ponder for Bolt. I mean, it's fine to attack first if you want, but... I'm going to put him down to 6, and this is when I kind of expect a series of... What? Just 3 mountains off the top in a row and he's dead? Is this happening? Or is he going to wait for... Wait, does he wait for the Czech pile player to put lethal? Oh my god. What? What? Why doesn't this ever happen to me? So, okay, burn player on the play. 7 cards. Let's see if he can get, Goblin Guide, Eidolon, Bolt, Chain Lightning, Fire Blast, right? Well, Mountain Go isn't really where you want to be, but I have to assume he's holding up Lightning Bolt, so...
네, 예죠. 예, 하세요.
Whoa! Harsh Mentor.
네.
Okay, so we give that a quick read. Anytime we activate anything on the battlefield, pretty much, we're going to take an extra 2 damage. That includes all of Deathrite's abilities. That includes all fetches. Does he have a removal for that thing? Is that a... So he's got Deathrite. Oh, he has Fatal Push. No, don't. Yep. Yep. I think that Inhyeok has just taken an extra 2 damage for no reason, because he was going to Fatal Push that Harsh Mentor anyway. All right, well, moving right along here. Okay. Starting off game 2 just right.
주사는 되게 부담스럽구나. 어디나.
Where are the Eidolon of the Great Revels, man? Let's get the party started. Oh, okay, so straight up just turn 3 pop you.
들어갈게요.
Pop him when he's tapped out here. And Inhyeok is very quickly all the way down to 12 with 2 duels in play. He's probably grabbing Island here. But pop for 4, possibly just twice over the course of the game, are worth their weight in gold here. You don't have to get a pop for 6, you know. Instead of deploying Leovold this turn, he has decided... Oh, never mind. He still has access to 3 mana. So he decides to keep a Force. And if he wants to... He probably wants to gain life, I guess, so maybe he won't deploy the Leovold yet. But to be honest, guys, I think that I would slam Leo as quickly as possible. You really need to start clocking him when he doesn't have a blocker, when he's got like nothing on the ground anyway. And if he plays like a hasty attacking creature this turn, you're going to feel pretty dumb also. But instead, the burn player keeps up his pattern of doing nothing, which is so strange, man. And Inhyeok goes back to 14. I think he's still got a Deathrite in his own graveyard too, so he's at a virtual 16 now, and he's like healthily into the mid game. If he has... He's holding his Leo very conservatively. He's refusing to tap out. He's got Brainstorm open as well as Deathrite activation. And, I mean, with the way that these games have been going, that seems fine. But I'm just worried that you're going to allow the burn player to get a hand of Pop Pop, Fire Blast, Fire Blast, and they're just going to overwhelm you. That Brainstorm was quite poor, and he doesn't have a shuffle effect except for the Ponder. When the top of his library was pretty poor, maybe last turn, and he decided to keep the Force of Will, I expected him to immediately Ponder again. He's kind of not being super efficient with his mana every turn, is just my one complaint. There's Polluted Delta. That is a... I mean, that's a swamp, so... Now we have access to everything that we could want.
Storm always goes up.
I think... Did I just see Chill? I think he has brought in Chill out of the sideboard, which is cool. It makes me wonder if he's still got, like, how many red spells he still has. Removing Kolaghan's Command in this matchup, totally fine. I don't think that that card is any good here. I'll give Leovold a little read here. Monday Night Magic, boys.
저는 드로 한 장밖에 못하고.
네.
나오세요.
턴이요.
Leovold is here. Many mountains are here. It's just, this is insane, dude. I cannot believe. You know, I'm gonna put these videos. I'm gonna put this video up just because the burn players are gonna feel so horrible watching it. All the burn players around the world suck it.
들어갈게요.
And now Inhyeok is gonna even up the clock. He's got more damage on the table than our burn fam. And now we're 15-15. Now this is gonna incite action. So are you gonna get flame blasted like twice? Boom, Fire Blast. He missed a Leovold trigger. Inhyeok has missed a Leovold. Oh. And now, is it time? He's got to have another one, right? Yeah, sack 2 mountains. Fire Blast you. Did you miss another Leovold trigger? I don't like that, guys. I don't... Okay. Discards his hand to him, and have to pass back here. Inhyeok's still at 10.
아 맞아. 이거 하고. 네, 이제 할게요 그러면. 네, 메인 투.
There's some confusion there when Inhyeok is like trying to untap for his turn. We found it. There's a chill.
모르겠어 잠깐만요. 오랜만에 본다 저거. 요거요. 요거 하고.
There's a chill in the sideboard.
뻗어칠게요.
comes in, and I don't know if he's still got red cards or not. Second Leopold. Guys, Inhyeok is very conservative with his ponders. He almost like refuses to shuffle. Boom, Chain Lightning Leovold. By the way, I disagree with this. I think the Leovold is here to stay, and we got to race. You could have put him down to 7.
들어갈게요.
And Inhyeok has left Leovold on top of his library. I swear that did not influence my decision. I don't know. Leovold reappears, and we've made no headway. Deathrite Shaman represents virtual 13, and then... Oh my god. Draw.
네, 맞아요.
You must draw. He was going to Flusterstorm it. Then he draws Brainstorm, so he decides to Brainstorm. This is quite... This whole... I'm sorry, everyone. This game is loose as heck.
하나나. 플러스 터스. 2 더치 브러쉬.
Loose as heck. Inhyeok remains at 10, and he's just happy as a clam here. With many cards and a Leovold. And a Jace. And an uptick. Yep. Looks like Searing Blaze to me. And he doesn't have protection for his Deathrite or something, so... Wait, is Searing Blaze 2 damage? Is it 3? Can it kill Leovold? Yeah, 3 damage. Yeah, that's worth bottoming. That's one of the things that we're going to bottom. Unfortunately, you're going to bottom him straight into Price of Progress. Oh! I was just joking, guys. So 4 mana Price of Progress. No draw off the Leovold. Hoo-hoo. Inhyeok is at 6. Provided... Dude, he should have been dead. So those Chain Lightnings, right? You don't Chain Lightning Leovold? He was dead.
이것 때문에 레오볼드. 잠시만. 아니야, 잠깐. 이거는 이치 플레이 아니?
아 그런가?
이치 플레이예요. 드로우 아니에요. 이거는. 저는 이것도 그런데 이거 지금 좀 생각 중이어가지고.
아 네네네.
Am I right? He missed 6 damage that he sent at Leovold? Would he have even... He wouldn't have been dead to the clock, right? He'd be at a low life total, but... Oh.
6점 남았습니다. 받을게요. 들어갈게요.
You see that, Burn players? You see how hard this matchup is for Czech? They have to rely on their opponents doing stuff like this, even when they're hugely far ahead.
9점 남았습니다.
This is unbelievable. This is unbelievable. Burn player's still gonna kill him.
나오세요.
Oh.
하세요.
Oh, right, sorry. Jace upticked, let him see the Swift Spear, so he's gonna... Inhyeok left that on top so that he could push it and gain 2 life. And now he is just going to... I think in the business we call it fucking kill him. Oh, there's a Lightning Bolt in his hand. He left the red spells. Red Elemental Blast on top of the library. He has left the red spells in his own deck. Let's see... Lightning Bolt plus Leovold plus Deathrite is only... It's the same amount of clock. So we don't have to put out like Snap or anything like that. He doesn't have to play anything. I'm okay with just passing the turn here.
이런 진짜.
He casts a Snapcaster. I don't know what the target is.
저 이거 스택 쌓을게요. 네. 이게 뭐지? 이게 이거 완전 처음 굴려보고 존나 티내네.
He fetches with a Snapcaster on this stack. Guys, I think that something really dumb is about to happen.
뭐 이것도 말이 돼 사실은. 근데 이거 스택 쌓고
뭐 경쟁률도 아닌데 캔슬하셔도 되는데.
아니야.
Yeah, dude, that's a 3-mana Lightning Bolt. I don't know. When we're doing it on main phase...
맞아.
Lucy.
아니야.
Oh.
그러면 6점 남으셨죠?
네, 저 6점 나왔어요.
아 이게 뭔 빅땡이야? 와 이거 비디오 장난 아니다. 이거 존나 재밌다 오늘.
Yeah, attack for 4. This is incredible. Why have you done this?
네, 하세요. 와 존나 빅땡이다 이거.
수고하셨습니다.
Scoop City.
아니, 야 나는
I can't.
이거
Okay. My apologies to the entire world.
아니야 근데 존나 이거